Welcome back. So on my way from Alabama to Mississippi, I do a resupply in a quite famous college town. It was eerily quiet because of the spring break and the COVID-19.
Roll Tide!
Now I'm standing in Mississippi. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm going to check out my first spot. I'm in the National Forest, so I'm going to go over this way about a half a mile, and it abuts up to some private property. There's a field over there, and so maybe it's something worth checking out. But I think I've got kind of a stream bed that goes out that way, so I'll be able to check that mud for footprints along the way. So kind of just jumping in cold again. Jump in cold, start looking. I started by walking along a creek bottom which was fairly open, and then ended up going through an old clear cut that had been replanted, and that was nasty. I took a pine needle in the eyeball. Man, that hurt. I thought I was done for the trip. It settled down a little bit. Don't recommend that. That private field is right out there 100 yards or so, and it sure did change right in here. That is what I was going through. Nightmare. It's much more open in here. I could see where turkeys could be on that field and then roost in these big trees. So we'll sneak over to the field edge, check it out. That private field looked promising, but nothing was on it. Good morning. It is Monday, March 30th. It's about, I think it's about 8:30 now. Might be 8:45. But after I walked around last night through all the briars and all, that got old quick. All right, Mississippi, you got briars, got it. So last night I went to where I thought I was going to camp, and Mississippi's shut down the campground. So then I was driving around thinking, okay, I'll go into the National Forest part that's not part of the wildlife management areas, and all the gates are locked right off the main road. So I didn't want to sleep there because I got to take stuff out of my vehicle to get my bed right and set it on my hood or set it on the tarp back here. So I finally found a spot, and I slept in this morning. I could not find a spot where I wanted to just walk in cold with no hunches, no good feelings, so I slept in. So now I'm packed up. I'm going to move to a spot. Looks like there might be a couple of trails to walk around, maybe just cover a little bit of ground, do some calling, and look at some more ground. Because that's not that bad over there. That's significantly thicker. So it may be that I just need to find that spot. I don't know. But overall, I don't think I'm going to stay in Mississippi that long. I'm certainly not going to do a week. Hitting 3 brand new states like I did, it can get a little frustrating. So that's one of the lessons learned. It can get quite frustrating because you don't know where you're at. You don't know where you're going. You don't really know what the woods looks like. Everything you're doing is off a map recon and research as far as maybe where to go, but you know, no one's going to talk about go to this grid coordinate, because that'd be like giving up your best fishing hole. So you get wildlife management areas that may be a little better than others or stuff like that, but then you've got to go in there and look at it on foot, and there's just no way around that when it comes to hunting. You've got to put your feet on the ground and look. So it can get a little frustrating when you don't know where you're at. This road's closed, that road's closed, this road doesn't exist, this road's so overgrown, this trail's not there, all that kind of stuff. 3 new states I didn't realize would be so frustrating, And the terrain is so much different than I'm used to. Mississippi seems quite wet, at least where I'm at, and just knowing there's a Mississippi Delta tells me that it probably is quite wet in most places. So I'm gonna give down here a little longer. Maybe I'll find something today that will give me a starting point for tomorrow. I might move north where it looks like it might be hillier. It's pretty flat here. I don't know, that's a big lesson learned. You go to a new state, it's gonna be frustrating. Know that up front, and it'll be less frustrating. All right, time to get to looking for turkeys. Well, when I came down this road over here to where I'm going, I saw a couple vehicles, and I thought that was a good sign, right? Because the locals obviously know more than I do. And I talked to a guy, and he told me to go to this one spot, and it's exactly where I was going. So the problem is, it's obviously a good spot. We got 2 vehicles here. There's one back there behind me, so I'm going to move on. But I like the terrain. It's low and green, but it's a mix of pine and hardwood. That certainly beats that old clear cut with the briars and whatnot. One of those long, thin black snakes. Harmless. So I lock up baby Snowflake there, close the doors, and realize my key's not in my pocket. It should be here where I've been keeping it. It's not in there. I look in there in the ignition. No problem. I got a spare key in my wallet. Don't have my wallet. I am hoping that my wallet is in the pants I was wearing yesterday, and AAA is going to arrive within the next hour to unlock me. So even though I had a backup plan for a lockout, I can't do that if my wallet's not on my person. So tell you what, this is why I have the upgraded AAA membership. I upgraded it when her engine blew and I needed a long tow. So that paid for itself right there. It's about to pay off again. Shooting myself in the foot. I was going to go check out this spot. It's a, I don't know, maybe a 100-acre spot next to some private land. And a little birdie said that some turkeys hang out in there. So I was going there. Then I saw this other spot where my bike would come in handy. The gate's locked, so you can't drive it, and it's like 2 miles back. And I thought that'd be good, except my tire was flat the other day, so I pumped it up this morning, and 5 hours or so later, it's also dead flat. I'd use this time as an opportunity to try to fix the flat or try to replace the inner tube, because I have another one in here I bought the other day when I was still in Alabama, but I can't get in my car. Yeah, I was thinking I'll check this spot out. If nothing pans out, I'll go to the other spot, ride down to the back, and be back there for roost time. And I still might be able to do that, but not if I can't fix this flat. I might just pump it up, take the pump with me, get out there and do it anyway, even if I got to pump up twice or 3 times to get out there and back, because it's just a flat road like this one is what it looks like. So be easy money to go out there 2 miles. Won't even take me 15 minutes, won't even take me 10 minutes. Just go. She could use she could use the work, and I could probably use the work, to be honest. But the AAA thing has been clutch for me a couple of times. I highly recommend some form of roadside assistance, because if you got your cell phone on you, and fortunately, for some reason, I have the best reception I've had in weeks outside of being in a big town. Even when I was in the smaller town in Alabama, I didn't have service. Barely had any service at the hotel I stayed at the other night. So for some reason, I'm good to go right here. So I might watch a little YouTube, wait for the assistance. Sometimes I'm just not a rocket scientist. Well, I got my car unlocked. Went into my pants I was wearing yesterday, no wallet. Not sure where my wallet is, but now I got to retrace my steps, which hopefully means I can find it. I've saved my tracks on Onyx so I can retrace my steps really close. And I'm hoping it's about on the first tree I sat up on and maybe just knocked it out of my back pocket. I don't remember if I put it in my pants last night or not. I have no idea. I didn't buy anything last night. They didn't have zip ties. So I don't know when the last time I had my wallet was. So pretty awesome stuff. I'm going to retrace my steps from this morning. It's like 2.5 miles. Some of it I don't have to do because I never sat down on the other side of the power lines. So hopefully I can find those trees I sat up on. Dang. Well, I just did the loop I did this morning. Did not find my wallet. That's certainly not good. I lost my wallet a little while back, but I was at home. I can drive over to the bank. I can drive over to the DMV. I can get on my computer, make phone calls to customer service, cancel my credit card, blah, blah, blah. Well, I didn't find it. It's kind of a big deal if you're in Mississippi and all your resources are in Colorado. I'm wondering how I'm going to get back. Where am I going to get gas money from? How do I get food if I run out? I'm good on that for a little while. Then in a moment of clarity, I'm about to rip open my front end because my pants last night were hanging over the seat and I thought maybe it fell into this mess. And I said, let me check the back of the seat pocket because when I got undressed, maybe I stuck it there and it never made it into my pants. From one pants to the pocket to not make it into my other pants. Sure enough, I stuck it in with my turkey feet right in this back pocket because I sleep right here at night and I change clothes, reset my other clothes, my new clothes here, and then I pull my sleeping junk and unfold it down here. That's a loop I don't mind making again if I can find my wallet. Here it is. Oh my word. Oh my word. Wow, you talk about relief. I need to put that joker somewhere when I'm hunting that it stays and never moves. Wow. I'm sitting here trying to think of scenarios like maybe I gotta open up a Apple Wallet account, have my wife move money into it so I can drive home. Maybe she could FedEx me some gas cards or Visa gift cards so I can travel home. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I mean, Western Union I was thinking, but then how do I prove who I am on this end? Got no ID. Wow, and all that precipitated from I locked myself out of my car and I reached in my back pocket, said no problem. I got a key in my wallet. Oh crap, my wallet's not here. I said, well, my wallet's in my pants from yesterday, no big deal. I'll call AAA, I'll lose an hour of the day. They weren't in my pants because I'd already took them out. I transferred the knife, I laid the belt on the new pants, but I didn't move the wallet. Wow. Man. Hunting a new state in a new area that you're completely unfamiliar with is hard enough. Just making it harder on myself. Well, tonight's meal, gonna get into the canned goods now. That guy's gonna have to go. He went.
This is what the fire ants did to me.
And those daggone fire ant bites, they itched for days. Stay tuned because we're going to continue on with Mississippi. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and hit that subscribe down there. Hit the bell if you want to be notified when a new video comes out. And as always, thanks for watching.